Good morning everyone, welcome to this week's video. This morning we are at Balmoral and conditions are looking quite cloudy. Don't know how good sunrise is going to be because the clouds are covering where sunrise will be, but I reckon we could get some cool reflections in the clouds and stuff like that. Now, I haven't actually shot a sunrise here before, so I'm going to have to do some location scouting. I've got two ideas for locations already in my head. One is of an island. The sun will rise behind it, and I think it could look nice with the sun coming up behind it, but not sure yet. Then another one is looking at the island from the right-hand side with the sunrise to the right, and I reckon that'll look good as well. So I'm going to use photo pills to work out which one is going to work best. I know you can't see anything at the moment. We're just going to walk onto the island and have a look, see if I can find any compositions from the island. Shooting the island itself isn't going to work because it's just too covered in trees. I was going to come yesterday to do some location scouting, but didn't get the time to. I'm currently on the island, so there's no lights. I think what's going to happen is I'm going to be walking a little bit to get a different composition. It's not my favourite, and it's the one that everyone shoots. I'd rather not shoot the one that everyone shoots, but I might have to. So we walked onto the island and there's just like nothing there. So nothing really this morning is jumping out at me heaps. I kind of expected this. And the composition that I have planned is quite boring. I don't really love it. But I'm hoping that maybe I'll be able to create a new spin on it by doing long exposures. But yeah, I don't think it's going to be as good as I was hoping. And the clouds this morning are really low, so it's going to be covering the sunrise, which is a shame. We've already got some colour in the higher clouds, but yeah, the low clouds are going to really make it or break it. I think it's going to break it this morning. But I reckon I've actually found a good spot here. So maybe we can get some moody images this morning. Some good long exposures. Portray some emotion through the photos. I think that could be good. Alright, so I've set up my camera finally, and I think I've got an alright composition here. At the moment the lights come up a lot more, which is good. It gets soft lighting, probably help to take the lens cap off. So I want to create some kind of moody shot here. I'm going to put on my polarizer because believe it or not there's already glare. So I would like to go for longer exposure, but at the moment it looks like 24 might be, 2 seconds is going to be good. See, I just don't love this composition.
So as you all know, I like to capture every part of what photography is, and a part of that is days that don't go as well as you would prefer. And today is actually one of those days. I really struggle with my compositions and the location itself. The location that you choose to shoot at in photography is paramount. And in this one, I just chose a location that just wasn't the best. And so the photos from the shoot I'm not entirely happy with. And that's what happens in photography sometimes, is that you don't come away with photos that you're very fond of. And this morning, that just happened. So I'm using this video to kind of display the importance of choosing the right location for your shoots.
Light's already coming up. It's not even that bright, or like it's not a bad sunrise, but it's just quite mediocre. I've seen a lot better. And so that is why I want to go for a long exposure. ND64. I reckon a vertical shot here is going to really lend itself well. And I've got that extra reach with the 24-70 now. So 25 seconds, f5.6, ISO 640, focus to infinity. So this composition, I mean, it's okay. It's definitely not portfolio worthy. And you might be asking, why am I shooting it then? That's because I haven't been on a shoot in a while and I kind of just miss shooting. It's honestly just not very inspiring when the sunrise is mediocre. There's no compositions around that really jump out at me that much. Because this one kind of just looks like a postcard, a tourism postcard or something like that. And there probably is a tourist postcard out there with this photo on it. I can't even see the sun at the moment. I reckon at some point the sun's gonna break these clouds and that has the potential to light everything up, which would be very nice. Even then it could just, I don't know, it could just be nothing. Should probably find a composition in case that does happen. Damn it. I think over by the island is gonna be good for that photo, looking across the island towards where the sun will break. Right, so yes, this composition hasn't really lended itself very well. Problem is the clouds have moved again and it's made the crack in the clouds move further up, so it's gonna take even longer for the sun to actually appear through that crack. Look, I think this shoot might be a bust. The sky's just really glary and it's obviously not ideal. I've got my polarizer on and it's doing a fair bit, but it's just not doing enough for it. The sun hasn't even come up yet. It's 6:12, sunrise is at 6:20. Okay, we are actually getting some nice light behind me. I need to move. Alright, so I've moved to a new location. I've got a composition of the island and because it's so bright now, I'm having to switch to my 10 stop. So I've got my 10 stop and my polarizer stacked on top of each other. 25 seconds, f5.6, ISO 320, focused on the island. I would like to get more of this light in. It's still not the best composition. I'll show you the composition on the back of my camera. So we've got the island on the left-hand side, and that's just crossing over with the first third over there. And we've got this landmass over here, and this one here, joining together at the third third. And I actually really like that component of this image. The composition, technically, is a lot better. It's still not completely jumping out at me. We've got some nice light happening right now, so. So, I've looked at photo pills. It looks like the sun will break those clouds at about 7 o'clock. I'm worried if the clouds keep moving inwards though, it's going to become later and later. And the light starts to go about 20 minutes after sunrise, which is going to be 6:40. and that means it's going to be another 20 minutes before we actually get light through those clouds. We have got some nice light on these low altitude clouds happening over to my left, but I can't shoot it because there's no compositions around for it. I don't want to just be shooting it for the sake of it, which is kind of this entire shoot, to be honest. So I've walked onto the island and walked down the end. I've actually found a pretty nice composition looking through these trees. I've had to get way down low to get the sun between these leaves, and the sun isn't actually rising where I thought it was originally going to rise, so it looks like it's going to break a lot sooner than I expected. And this composition is quite nice. I've got these leaves framing the image, or framing the sun behind it. Could do with probably getting down even lower, but it's still quite nice. I'll show you the composition. We've got these leaves here and down here framing the image. The red is just from my focus peaking. Behind it, you can see the...
So I just wanted to use this moment of silence in the video to do another voiceover. So with this shot, I was kind of just trying to save what was a bomb of a shoot. A bomb in a bad way. The shoot didn't go well, and I kept telling myself that I was trying to create a mode of images because the location was so bad. But it came out that the photos were no good. Not emotive. Just honestly, when I look at them, they don't really emit any emotion for me at all. And that is a shame, but you know, I think this video is still good to be released because it shows that part of photography, and a lot of the time I think photographers on YouTube don't really show the hard side of photography, and that's what this video is titled about and is made for.
I actually like this composition, and I'm really glad I came onto this island because it looks like I might actually get at least one image out of this. The sunrise wasn't great, but I think we're going to stick around, wait for the sun to come up and poke through these clouds, but I'm not sure that it will because at the moment we're losing a lot of the colour anyway, but I think it might lend itself to having a shot of the sun poking above this one really low cloud. Just can't be sure until it happens, I guess. And the clouds are moving quickly, so it's kind of gonna just keep blocking it. As the sun comes up, it's just gonna keep moving and blocking it more and more and more until it's too high. So, might not work. Hung around a bit, and it looks like the sun is actually starting to poke up. We've lost all the colour. It's on the brink of just becoming white light, and it's not great. I think I'm going to be packing it up. But we have got some God rays, but there's just like compared to the other shots that I got, there's no colour. So I think I'm going to finish this one up here. Overall, like, I'm really glad I came out. I always enjoy coming out, and it's good to get on to shooting again. And yeah, I've missed this. I've missed filming. That's something I've missed a lot. I haven't missed the stares that I get from the public. That's something I haven't missed. I think overall it was an alright shoot. At the end of the day, it was good to just get out. Probably didn't really get any portfolio shots today, but I think with some HDR editing in Lightroom, these photos could really come to life. But yeah, I'm going to leave this one here. Thank you all so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do consider subscribing. And I'll see you guys soon, hopefully. Bye for now.